The other day, Mr Tolone posted a video where he did like a rotocast of a little elephant that he'd remodelled. And I've never tried rotocasting. I always thought it needed a big contraption to spin the moulds around. And I was always worried about them leaking. But he just put a thing on the top and turned them. And because he was using FastCast resin, it didn't take too long to do. So I'm going to have a go at that. I've got this Polycraft FastCast stuff. I must put some gloves on and I'm going to try and rotocast some of my little models that I've made. So these are moulds I've made from stuff I made in Super Sculpey. #BlameAndyMecha. And I'm going to see whether I can I'm going to see whether I can save some money on the resin by only using a bit of resin to make these. So whether it'll work, I don't know, but let's give it a try. Hopefully it doesn't get too noisy when I put my gloves on. And I've got some paper towels nearby. And this hardener stuff, it's got this white goop in the bottom of it. So let me just mix this up a bit. You're probably going to see me doing this quite a lot on this video, but I'll have to put some music on and let you relax and watch it. Anyway, so that's mixed the white in. I don't know what to do. I mean, wow, how much resin is that? I'm going to do 10 grams of each of them and see how that goes. I'll have a look at it afterwards and see what that might be. So let's measure out 10 grams of this. Reusing my cup. This has already had resin in it, but that's fine. Make sure I tally it. So I don't think I'm going to colour this today. I'm just going to do it in beige and see how it comes out. Seem to remember laughing at Mr AndyMecha when he couldn't get his lid off on the stream once, but I managed it. There's not a lot in there. I'll maybe squirt some IPA in that and hopefully loosen it for the next time. Let's measure out 10 grams then. That was quick, you know. I'm going to do 20. That'll do. About 20 grams worth. Okay, so that was 21, just 21 grams in there. So let's do it of the hardener as well. It's quite warm today, so hopefully this won't take too long to go off. $23.43, oh, a bit much there. Oh well. All right, let's give it a mix. So the clock starts now. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to seal the top of this by sticking one of these on top, like so, and just, well, not sticking it, putting that on top and holding it with a band. Hopefully that will work out okay for me. Move those out of the way. Hopefully that's good enough now. And put some of it in here. Well, I think it's getting warm already. And put some more of it in this one. And I think one of these, that one, I'll use as Robert Malone calls it, a witness cup. Maybe just pop the rest in there. All right. So as that starts to go off, I'll see it. So I'll pop that one on there and put elastic band around it. I don't want it to be too tight. Should have done this before and not with gloves on. Hopefully that will seal it. If it doesn't, we'll find out sooner rather than later. And let's do the other one. It's got a nice seal on it. It looks like that's going already. Let's hurry up now. Okay, so it'll be hotter in here. So I think the idea is you just keep it going however many ways you can. And all the time watching, you see, wow, that's already going. See how fast it's going there. Might have been a little bit too hot for me to do this, or I should have got the bands ready to begin with, but no worries. Don't think it's... do it that way, do it that way. I'm going to do this for a while now, so I'll find a few minutes of music to put on while I'm doing it. Just see whether this is don't think this will have gone hard yet. Oh, it's definitely gelled up. Right, it doesn't look like it's going to leak, so let's get my gloves off and just clean up the bench a little bit. Keep going. It's probably done now. Well, looks like probably that's gone. So I think I'm going to be able to work out straight away when I take the lid off, if I can see resin, as to whether this has worked. That one's feeling quite firm and it's quite loose at the bottom, and that's also feeling loose at, well, a bit firmer at the bottom, and one of these sides normally is quite springy. So I think if this comes out, does this come out? Is it still bendy when it comes out? Yeah, it's a little bendy, it's not warm anymore, but that's gelled up, it's not going to move anymore. So I'm going to leave those there, come back to it in about half an hour and see what they look like. Right, it's been about half an hour and that has definitely, now that's gone very, very hard. So it's time to open it, but I'm going to do it pretty carefully, because if it hasn't gone all the way around, I can always top it up. So I suppose the real thing will be, when I take this lid bit off, is whether we can see a flat bit of resin there or whether we can see a hole down into it. Let's go for the reveal, shall we? Ah, no. Right. So it's in there, but yeah, I think what must have happened was it gelled off too quick. All right, but I can top that up. So I reckon this one is going to be all the way down. Yeah, look, it's miles down. So I've just filled the bottom out. It gelled way too quickly. Right, okay, so I mean, I did put a little bit too much of the kicker in as well. That's just not moved round at all, so it must have almost kicked as soon as I put it in, almost instantly. I'll just top this bit up and not worry about this. This one I think might still work, so let's just mix some more and see what happens. Feel this swooshing around now. Just add a bit more to this while I'm moving that one. I think if I do this again, I won't do two at once, and I'll definitely have the elastic band right at the start of it. I think that might have been my mistake there. That one's beginning to go off now. Obviously you get more of a reaction. The heat builds up more if there's more of the chemical in there. Whereas this little star here is not gone yet. just beginning to start in the middle now. Don't think I can hear this slushing anymore. Right, I'll keep on doing this for a while, leave it for half an hour again, and then the next scene you'll see as to whether at least this big one has worked. Okay, back again sometime later. Let's just try this. It's slightly bendy, but quite hard. As hard as the other one. Alright, so this one I just filled up, so this is just a normal casting now, so that's ruined my game. Let's try this one. Really hoping now that's better. Now I didn't fill this up to the top, if you remember. Hopefully this has worked. Well, it seems to have. Okay, lovely. Right, so that's that. Oh, it definitely feels lighter. So this is a standard one that's full, and this one totally feels lighter. Obviously it won't work for this one, but I'll show you what's in there at the end. So let's just have a look at the weight of this. So this is a standard one, so this has used 70 grams of resin. Now I don't think I used 70 all along. I think I used about 50 grams to do that and this plus 2 stars. So what was that again? Yeah, 70 grams, and this is 41. So it has worked. So I think yeah, so this bit will be solid and then this bit at the top is hollow, but if that's 40, that's 30 grams less. So it's definitely worked. I'll chop this off and see if there's a hole in it in a couple of seconds. Let's just check this one out as well. This is just a show and tell really, so there's nothing particularly special about this one now. It's solid if I can get it out. Alright, so pulled out a bit of the mould with it. That's 27 grams normally. That's relatively full, I think. But yeah, so that's the first attempt. Bit of a failed attempt at rotocasting, but that's definitely saved some of it. So I hope you found that a little bit interesting. Spidermaf's first attempt at rotocasting. If you like this, please subscribe and even give it a like. Bye! Well, the end bit's solid, if nothing else.